Greetings, ladies. I have this cert from the slides that I created that I'm going to read to you all. I was going to post it, but I figured that reading would be more receptive. Um, so it's titled The Recovering Womb. Man, recovering woman. Okay. They say the womb is the ultimate record keeper of your body. She remembers all interactions and feelings. This is why she may not function properly if under emotional and physical stress. Reasons why they say don't stress when trying to conceive or when you're pregnant. Rebuilding the connection with your womb is an emotional journey, especially when she's undergone trauma. Please know that through everything, she holds no grudges. She does, however, move accordingly to how you treat her. More than anything, she wants to heal. She wants to function properly and normally. No womb wants to be diseased or infertile or, whatever, because that is not its proper state. The womb is supposed to be fruitful. You are supposed to ovulate monthly. You feel me? Like, you are not supposed to have scars and scar tissue and fibroids and cysts and excessive discharge. All that stuff is irregular, and it's not normal for the womb. And examples of womb trauma are pelvic surgeries, rape, birth control, toxic partners, etc. The first step to healing following any trauma is the acknowledgement that you need healing. Everybody is here because you acknowledge that you need healing, that you need connectivity with your womb. That's why you're here. That's the first step. Here we're going to get into some things. So, rape and molestation is a topic that is freakishly avoided in conversation. Through the avoidance and uncomfortability to share or express this trauma, it leaves a huge wound not only on the womb but also on its bearers, emotional and mental. It is our responsibility as women and mothers to create safe spaces for women who have already experienced this wretched trauma to begin to release and heal. And also, it is our responsibility to keep our daughters safe and to raise our boys better. And another topic that is freakishly avoided is womb issues. People make people feel ashamed to have gotten yeast infections or STDs or to have vaginal odor. And the fact of the matter that people make it ashamed is why it just continues to become chronic and why it just continues to be spread, because people will shame you. People won't, if I look at somebody and somebody tells me that they've been dealing with vaginal odor, I'm not going to look at them like, oh, stink pussy bitch. Why would I do that? When I can tell her, oh, here's some herbs that you can use in a yoni steam that will help to get rid of odor. When I can tell her, when you have vaginal odor, that means that the fats and proteins that are stored inside the tissues of your womb are rotting. And that is why you have an odor, which means that you need to flush out, cleanse, you need to revitalize with your herbs, and you need to take care of that yoni. I don't look at you any different type of way. But the fact of the matter that the larger majority of people do is why things are the way they are. Nowadays, black women have the highest numbers for undergoing the needle of some kind of pelvic surgery. Be that as it may, C-sections, removal of fibroids and cysts, hysterectomy, dilation and curettage procedure, amongst many others. They scare us into surgeries and procedures that could very well have been avoided with the proper knowledge and resources. A lot of women are wombless now. A lot of black women have had hysterectomies at young ages because the doctors scare them into believing that that's what they need. A lot of women are missing parts and pieces of their womb because the doctors scared them into getting surgeries. And I've been victim to this. Birth control is very common nowadays. But did you know it depletes the body of numerous minerals? So you're not pregnant, but now you are nutrient deficient. Birth control works by tricking the body and the womb into no longer functioning properly, creating extreme hormonal imbalances. In actuality, the simplest way to avoid pregnancy is to know and track your cycles. And as a plan B, there are natural herbs that could be used to prevent pregnancy as opposed to using harmful chemicals. You only have a 24 to 48 hour span in a month to become pregnant, but you're on birth control for 5 years, 7 years, completely depleting the body and pulling the nutrients and the minerals out of the body. It makes absolutely no sense. If you were that worried and really didn't want to get pregnant, like I said, it's a 24 to 48 hour gap. Learn your body, learn yourself. If you want to be super careful, you could not have sex for the whole week of when your ovulation could occur. The whole 2 weeks if you just really trying to be cautious. But there's no reason for you to be on birth control. Like, another betrayal of the womb is toxic partners. Your partners have the power to abuse, as in beat the pussy up and dis-ease your womb if you allow them to. Toxic partners is a whole nother conversation in womb disease. Like, it is an all-time high because every time you get something, you get it from somebody. And we'll get into that another time. But they like to keep us under the needle, on birth control, and experiencing sexual assault because these traumas become encoded in our DNA. And then we will unknowingly pass this on to our offspring. This is why it is so important that we begin to heal and release trauma. You know that even if you haven't been raped in this lifetime, the likelihood that your womb carries that trauma because your great or your great or even your grandmother or even your mother was raped, you carry that too. Everybody be like, oh, that's not my problem. It didn't happen to me. You carrying it because you came from the person who was carrying it. Your child is you every time. And so the healing is so important. And I'm going to turn this off because I don't want to leave the lives long. But yes, that is the message for today.